Hello, in this video I'll show you how to create and connect to a new instance in Oracle Database Cloud Database as a Service. Getting started with Database Cloud Service will cover these main tasks: creating SSH keys to securely connect to your cloud virtual machines, creating a database service instance using an easy wizard interface, enabling secure network access to your cloud database service, using SQL Developer to perform operations on the data in your cloud database, and monitoring your database service instance with the included Database as a Service monitor. To perform these tasks, I'll need a trial or paid subscription to Oracle Database Cloud Database as a Service. I'll be using the PuTTY Windows utility from putty.org to create the SSH keys, and I'll be using the latest version of Oracle SQL Developer from the Oracle Technology Network. First, I'll create my Secure Shell SSH keys for secure network access to my Oracle Cloud databases. First, you generate and store a private and public key pair on your local PC using a tool such as the PuTTyGen key generator. Make a note of where you store the keys, as you will need this path when you create your Database as a Service instance. Next, when you create a Database as a Service instance, you provide the public key, which gets stored on the Database as a Service cloud server. Later, when you initiate an SSH connection, data encryption and decryption using the public and private keys allow your client and Database as a Service host to authenticate each other without passing the private key across the network. PuTTY includes the PuTTY key generator for generating the SSH key pair. After you generate, use the Save Private Key button to save the private key as a PPK file for Windows, or export the private key as an OpenSSH file for use on Unix. Don't use the Save Public Key button because the resulting file would not work in the Oracle Cloud. Instead, copy all the characters in the public key field and paste them into a new text file, saving the file with the .pub extension. Write down the names of your public key and private keys, and note where they are saved. You will need the public key when you create a service instance, as you'll see in a moment. And if you're on a Unix platform, there's an SSH keygen utility similar to PuTTY. Now I can create a Database Cloud Service instance. When you log into the Oracle Database Cloud Service web console using the credentials provided by your account administrator, this is the first page that you see. This page lists all of your instances and provides high-level information about each instance. For a given instance, you can open its database console. To create a new database instance, click Create Service. The Create New Database Cloud Service wizard is invoked, and the subscription type page is displayed. On the subscription type page, select the service level. In this example, we choose Oracle Database Cloud Service. On this page, also select the billing frequency that you want. Let's choose monthly billing. On the Software Release page, select the Oracle Database software release that you want to run on your instance. In this example, we choose Oracle Database 12c Release 1. On the Software Edition page, select the Oracle Database Software Edition that you want to run on your instance. In this example, we choose Enterprise Edition. On the Service Details page, you can configure details for your service in three areas. In the Service Configuration area, provide service name, description, VM compute shape, and SSH public key. You can press Edit to enter an existing public key's name, or upload a new key for Secure Shell SSH connections to your database instance. In the Database Configuration area, provide storage, administrator password, database name, and PDB name if you are using Oracle Database 12c. In the Backup and Recovery Configuration area, if you are backing up to Oracle Storage Cloud Service, provide your choice of destinations, the container, and username and password for Oracle Storage Cloud instance. On the Confirmation page, review the information listed. If you are satisfied with the information, click Create. Return to the Database Cloud Service console and you see your new database instance listed. Click the instance name to view its details. The Database Cloud Service instance page is displayed. You can view a summary of details for the Oracle Database Cloud Service instance, such as description, subscription mode, and so on. You can view the total resources allocated for the Oracle Database Cloud Service instance. You can view the details and status information for each node. I make note of the public IP address and SID name, as I'll need to know these values later when I connect to my Cloud Service database instance. Next, I will open some ports to allow secure network access to the database service. There are two ways to enable secure network access to your database cloud service instance. You can use your SSH keys to tunnel through to the instance, or you can open specific ports that are closed by default. In this example, we will open ports for SQL Developer and the Database Cloud Service Monitor. From the Database Cloud Service console, switch to the Compute Cloud Service console. Select the Network tab. When a database cloud service is created, 6 access rules are predefined but set to a disabled status. To connect SQL Developer, select the access rule named Aura P2 DB Listener, which controls access to port 1521 used by SQL Developer. You can update the rule, changing its default status of disabled to enabled. Do the same for Aura P2 HTTP SSL rule, which controls access to port 443 used by the Database as a Service monitor. Now, let's see how to access the data in our Database Cloud Service using SQL Developer. In Oracle SQL Developer, define a connection to your database as a service instance. Use the Connections node, not the Cloud Connections node, which is for the Oracle Database Cloud Schema service. Provide your connection information in the Database Connection window. Create a connection name to identify this connection. For username, in this example, we'll just use the system user. For password, provide the same administration password that you specified when you created the database service instance. Provide the hostname, port, and SID of your cloud database service instance. Note that if you did not enable the access rule to open port 1521 for SQL Developer as shown earlier, you can define in SQL Developer an SSH connection that uses port forwarding to tunnel to port 1521. We have connected SQL Developer to a Database Cloud Service instance. Now we can use SQL Developer as we normally would with an on-premises database. Let's perform some simple operations on the sample schema that comes with every database service instance in the cloud. The connection is displayed in the Connections tab on the left side, and a SQL worksheet is opened automatically. Navigate to Other Users, HR, Tables. Select the Countries table. The panel on the right will display the countries columns. Click the Data tab to see data from the Countries table in your cloud database. Click the SQL Worksheet icon under the menu bar. You can use the SQL worksheet to enter and execute SQL, PL/SQL, and SQL Plus statements as you would with your non-cloud on-premises databases. For example, here we see the results of a select statement to view the job ID and job title columns in the Jobs table. Finally, let's look at a built-in tool for monitoring your service. To monitor your service and the database instances in it, you can easily access both Enterprise Manager and the Database as a Service Monitor. The Monitor Home displays generic information about the database status, storage, sessions, alerts, CPU utilization, and processes. The Database Monitor page contains 4 links to drill down to detailed views of storage, the alert log, sessions, and wait events. The Storage page displays a breakdown of the storage currently allocated to the database. The inner ring shows distribution of allocated space among the different table spaces, while the outer ring represents the used space in each table space. The outer ring also shows the free space in a table space. The Database Alert log displays the messages and errors in the alert log. The Sessions report displays information about all currently open sessions in the database. The topmost table shows summarized data about each open session. You can scroll down to see more detailed information about that session. The Wait Events report displays wait events in real time. The Database Configuration page displays two sections, Manage Database and Features. The Features section reports the enabled status of major Oracle Database features. In this example, Application Express, Multimedia, Spatial, OLAP, and XDB are enabled. The Database Parameters page displays current parameter values. You can use this page to modify the value of database parameters. Thanks for watching this demonstration about getting started with the Oracle Database Cloud Database as a Service. A companion tutorial is also available that documents all the steps I just presented. Other helpful Database Cloud Service resources are listed here as well, including tutorials for migrating data from on-premises databases. Welcome to the Oracle Cloud.